Welcome to this video update. Today we reflect on the remarkable life of Maurice Tempelsman, the Belgian-born diamond merchant, philanthropist and devoted partner of Jackiekennedy Onassis, who has passed away at the age of 95. His story is one of resilience, influence and enduring love. Maurice Tempelsman was born on August 26, 1929 in Antwerp, Belgium, to an Orthodox Jewish family. When Nazi Germany invaded in 1940, his family fled the country, escaping the horrors of war and resettling in New York City. Like many immigrants, they arrived with little but a determination to rebuild their lives. Maurice pursued studies at New York University for 2 years before leaving to help with his father's new business, a diamond trading company known as Tempelsman & Son. That decision would set the course of his extraordinary career. By 1950, still in his early 20s, Tempelsman had already established himself as a sharp thinker in the diamond trade. He convinced the US government to begin stockpiling African industrial diamonds, materials considered crucial in times of national emergency. This early success placed him at the center of an industry that was not only lucrative, but geopolitically significant. In the decades that followed, Tempelsman became a trusted figure in the international diamond trade. He served as a middleman between African suppliers and the US government, forging ties with nations such as Ghana and Zaire, now the Democratic Republic of Congo. His business acumen secured millions for his family company, while also making him a respected player on the world stage. But Tempelsman's influence extended beyond business. Beginning in the 1950s, he became a loyal supporter of the Democratic Party, generously donating and building friendships with prominent political figures. Over the years, he established close ties with John F. Kennedy's speechwriter Ted Sorensen, Secretary of State Madeleine Albright, and National Security Advisor Anthony Lake, among others. It was through these political and social circles that his path crossed with Jacqueline Kennedy. In 1960, as John F. Kennedy prepared to assume the presidency, Tempelsman arranged meetings between the incoming administration and African mining officials. The following year, he and his wife, Lily Burkos, attended a White House state dinner. There, Tempelsman and Jackie Kennedy shared their first brief but meaningful exchange, a conversation in French. After President Kennedy's assassination in 1963 and Jackie's later marriage to Aristotle Onassis, Tempelsman remained a supportive presence in her life, often writing letters and keeping in touch. It wasn't until after Onassis's death in 1975 that their friendship began to blossom into something deeper. By the early 1980s, Maurice and Jackie were seen together more frequently, attending cultural events, travelling and sharing in their mutual love of art, music, literature and the French language. Though never formally married, they became lifelong companions, and Maurice was devoted to her until her passing in 1994. When Jackie was diagnosed with cancer in 1993, Tempelsman moved his office into her apartment so he could care for her personally. He accompanied her to and from the hospital, and in her final year, he never left her side. Beyond his companionship, he also served as her financial advisor, skillfully managing her estate and helping to multiply her fortune. Their bond remained so significant that years after Jackie's death, her son John F. Kennedy Jr. asked Tempelsman to recreate her unique diamond-studded swimming ring so he could gift a replica to Carolyn Bessette when they married. It was a quiet but touching symbol of the respect and affection John Jr. held for the man who had stood by his mother. Tempelsman's personal life was not without complexity. He remained married to Lily Burkos until her passing in 2022, though they lived largely separate lives. Together, they had 3 children, Leon, Marcy and Rena. Today, he is survived by his children, 6 grandchildren and 7 great-grandchildren. Maurice Tempelsman lived nearly a century, his life spanning continents, wars and profound historical change. From escaping Nazi persecution as a boy to rising as an influential figure in global trade, to sharing an enduring love with one of the most iconic women of the 20th century, his journey was nothing short of remarkable. This concludes our remembrance of Maurice Tempelsman, a man whose legacy will be remembered for his influence, his resilience, and the love he gave so fully. Thank you for watching, and may he rest in peace.